Saturday at the Boost Mobile Gold Coast 500 in the books. 12 months ago today, well, not today, but 12 months ago, this same guy in the middle started first and finished first. Cam Waters, winner today in race 21. Last year, probably the most exciting, I think, win of your career to this point, some would say, but today probably the most dominant. Tell us how the day went through your lens, and it's got to be good to have another surfboard in your collection.
Yeah, it was a lot cruisier win this year than last year. Didn't have Shane breathing down my throat this year, but we rolled out really good cars in practice, and we made them a little better through practice. And one lap pace was obviously really competitive, and you go into the race hoping you got a good race car, but you don't really know until 5 laps in. And I knew pretty quickly I had a really good race car, and it's a credit to my team for giving us such fast cars.
Definitely in the first stint and a half of that race, it looked like you and Chaz in particular had a bit of a seesaw going on. Was that a case, like you said, of just figuring out where you were with race pace and then just pressing on from there?
I was just kind of looking after the tyre, and I knew I had a gap, and just wanted to make sure I had something in reserve if I had to later in that stint. And Chaz kind of dropped off later in that stint, and my car was probably coming on. So, I knew the car was really good across its stints towards the end of the stints after that first one, and just had to maximise it.
You guys have been so strong on street circuits over the past 12 months, both you and Tom at the team at Tickford. It seems like the Tickford squad has something, some sort of secret ingredient when it comes to these street tracks.
Yeah, we're really competitive at street tracks and the slow speed circuits, and I think it's probably because there's less straights that we've got to go fast down.
Well, congratulations. See you another one tomorrow. Hopefully you'll be looking to back it up. I'll look over to P2 today, Thomas Randle. Tom, I'll start from the team perspective. The first Tickford 1-2 in 7 years. They did it here 7 years ago. It's got to be a good feeling for you to be back on the podium and to be part of something special for the team.
Yeah, I was wondering actually when the last one was, but yeah, pretty surreal. Always wanted to get a surfboard here, and to do it as a 1-2 with Cam is super special, and so great for the whole team, Tickford Racing, all our partners and all our supporters that are actually here this weekend that got to see it, got to witness it. My family's here, which is great. And, we've been working towards this as a team for a long time, and yeah, there's been a lot of change this year within the team, and I think that shows, how that change has helped in a big way.
You've shown flashes of speed, throughout the year and over the last probably 18 months, I'd like to say. For you to go from fastest yesterday and back on the podium here today with your teammate as well, good shot of confidence, a boost as you guys look to the back end of this year that you're back up on the podium?
Definitely. Last year we were quite, as Cam said, we were quite strong here as a team and also Adelaide. So I think hopefully that bodes well for the rest of the season. But I mean, we're going to try and back it up tomorrow. So another quali, try and get in the shootout. I probably felt like I could have done a better job in the shootout today, but we had really strong race cars and managed to move up in the race. And I had the last 15 laps was pretty daunting, pretty challenging with, Matt was behind me, then Broc got Matt, and then I was just trying to manage the gap and not make any mistakes.
You're definitely in the thick of it throughout the race today with the gentleman here on the end with Richie Stanaway early on, getting your elbows up around the Gold Coast. You having some fun out there?
Yeah, it was good. I was wanting to try and clear Richie fairly quickly. I don't know whether he had damage from I think he had contact with Jimmy into turn 11, but he was struggling a bit, so I really wanted to try and clear him. And we had a little bit of contact at 4, and we were side by side going into the chicane, and it looked like he was just ahead, so I didn't want to risk a penalty or anything, so I let him go, and then I sort of nudged him into 4 and made sure that he stayed ahead, and anyway managed to get the move done cleanly later in that stint. And then the car was super quick in the middle stint. The pit stops were really strong from all our crew, which was great. And that last stint was was a challenge in a kind of fun way, but really cool to get that 1-2 and see all the Tickford Racing crew up on the Armco there when I crossed the line.
Now, you've got the best guy probably to learn from to try to get to that middle seat tomorrow. What do you need to find that extra step on the podium and go after that first career win?
I'll let you know tomorrow. Look at the data tonight and see where I can improve on. But, having strong cars and both being up the front, we push each other, which is really good. And I think, we saw the result of that today.
Congratulations and well done. Looking over to third place finisher today, Broc Feeney. A few people have been asking you this week, first time on the podium at the home race. You don't have to go far to take that surfboard home.
Yeah, no, it's good. I can probably, technically not, but I could swim home from here on it, but I'd probably get eaten by a shark. But yeah, I mean, I think I've only had one top 10 here before, so it was first shootout and first podium here today, which is good. So yeah, no, pretty happy. I wish I knew. I didn't actually know I was third, so until after the race, which was obviously a good feeling at the end. But yeah, no, pumped to be on the podium. Surfboard's one of the ones at the top of the list, so happy to tick that one off.
Well, why didn't you know you were third? Was that just a team letting you drive as hard as you could to the end, or?
I don't know. It's maybe it's a good thing they didn't tell me. I'm not sure if they told me or not. I was just focusing on the gaps to the car ahead. Obviously, I was had a lot of speed in that last stint, so I was just trying to catch Matt, and then I thought Thomas was in third, so I was trying to do everything I could to get to him. But yeah, I cruised down through the first chicane, and they said, "Well done on your first surfboard." So I was pretty ecstatic after that.
That's not a bad day at the office at all. Similar to what I was saying to Thomas earlier, some pretty robust racing and robust moves. Probably the nature of this tight street circuit. Tell us about your experience in, like I said, getting the elbows out and banging doors here.
Yeah, it's quite fun. Obviously, this track's probably the tightest that we go to, but turn 4 and turn 11 offer some really good passing opportunities. So, yeah, I had to try and get through a few at the start. Obviously, had that one with Jimmy, which was very awkward. I think we both probably thought we were ahead at that point, and it was just very awkward when we got to the beach chicane. But no, it was fun racing all the guys up the front. Obviously, everyone's trying to, stay up there and stay in. But going through the first chicane right behind someone, knowing you're trying to lunge them, it's pretty scary at the time because you can't really see much. But it's lots of fun. I mean, this track's out of control, so I'm having a lot of fun around here. The heart rate's up, and yeah, just enjoying it.
Obviously, getting a surfboard is one thing, but catching these guys is another. What do you need to do to get ahead of these guys overnight?
Yeah, my third stint, if I could take that forward into 3 stints, I'd be pretty happy. So I'm not really sure what went wrong in the second stint. We just really struggled for pace out there. So we'll have a look tonight. In the third stint, we were really competitive. Yeah, probably didn't maximise the shootout as much as I could. Obviously, Cam laid down a heater, and mine just wasn't up to that spec. So I'll have a crack tomorrow, but I think we got a fast race car. We just got to look a bit what went wrong today.
Congratulations to you as well. I'll open it up to the journalists in the room for any questions.
Cam, any chance you want to elaborate on why you think the Fords maybe does better when the straights aren't quite as long as other circuits? Please.
Well, you don't lose as much time down the straights, do you?
Yep, that does make sense. Why do you think you're losing time down the straights in the Mustang?
I got no idea. I hold it flat and I pull the gears and I lose time down the straights. So longer the straight, the more time we lose.
Brock, were you aware of was there a fuel rate issue today? Were you aware of that, and what did that sort of cost you, and where's that coming from?
Yeah, I think it was 5 or 6 seconds to Cam throughout the race. So I knew the first stop sort of okay because you just do it to tyres. But in the last stop, Dado sort of gave me a countdown, which was 6 seconds. And I knew I was sitting there for a lot longer than 6 seconds. So I think it was going to be pretty tight with Matt anyway. But yeah, we lost a bit of time there today. So to try and win tomorrow, we need to be better in that department. But I'm sure we'll all look at it tonight. So yeah, a few things to improve on.
Is that something the team is working on? I think in Bathurst with Will's car, they were trying to sort some issues with that as well.
Yeah, I think we are working very hard at it. The team's been doing a fantastic job of that. I can't speak for everyone, but it seems very up and down, and we don't really know why. So I think a few people have that. Some races it's quite good. Today it wasn't. So I suppose for us, we just need to understand why it's up and down because we're not really too sure at the moment.
In terms of sort of staying in the championship fight, it was a reasonably good day. You did get some points back on your teammate. Is it kind of weird being in that battle with your teammate where you almost have to secretly wish a few things don't go well for the other side of the garage? That must be a slightly awkward dynamic maybe? Yeah,
obviously I don't want anything to go wrong like that. I obviously just want to try and win races on merit and try and hopefully win a championship on merit. But for me, I've just said, like, I got to try and win races and get podiums in these next 4 because I got to be able to capitalise if something was to go wrong. So unfortunately, Will made a mistake in qualifying today. Luckily, we were far enough up to get a couple of points. But for me, I'm not really worried on the championship. I mean, a few of my moves, I'm taking a bit of risk now and that. So yeah, I'm just trying to get some trophies for the next few and go to Adelaide with a shot.
Cam, we asked you yesterday about the championship and you talked about wanting to be annoying. Does the race win today change how you approach or think about the championship this weekend, or is it still just win the race?
Couldn't really be annoying today because I was out in front, but I was pretty happy about being out in front and obviously winning the races, and that's all I can really do at the moment. I wanted to get obviously the pole and try and get that pole award, which I probably nearly safe. Hopefully Brock doesn't get one tomorrow. So yeah, I just go out, win races and see where we're at.
Thomas and then maybe Cam, can you talk about the importance of dropping back to 2 cars for Tickford and what that's meant to your consistency and then the value to the team on that front?
I mean, it's probably something that we've discussed throughout the year, but it's a massive business decision for Tickford to make, to drop 2 cars and only have the 2. And, that obviously comes with its pros and cons, less staff. But I feel like this year the focus has been really strong on the 2 cars and the communication's been really good within the team. And I think the actual vibe within the team has been quite relaxed. I mean, we're still very serious about going racing and getting results and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, we like to have a laugh within the team, and Cam and I have known each other for over 20 years, so we have a really good relationship. Obviously, we want to beat each other, but that's sort of what helps drive the team forward. And having just 2 cars, it just makes everything a lot more efficient, and just means all the focus is going in the 2 cars, and there's no egos. Everyone's wants the same goals, and I think we saw that today when the stars align, and that really shows, I think, what our team has been working towards. And not only the travel crew that come to the event, but everyone who's back at the shop, all the sub-assembly guys, and there's a lot of departments that make a race team work that people don't see because they don't come to the race meetings. So, a lot of crew that make this happen behind the scenes, and we'd be pretty keen to, hopefully we have a good, strong day tomorrow, but pretty keen to get back to Melbourne and share this result with the team.
Yeah, I guess much the same as what Tom said, just the focus and attention to detail on the 2 cars is so much better than having 4 cars. There's just so much going on when you have 4 cars. You have a shunt, all the focus is on that car and takes away from what you're trying to do. And, that attention to detail is so much better for, the guys back at the workshop that don't travel, the travelling crew, management, and, it's just a lot easier.
Cam, sorry to harp on it about it, but I guess even after some AVL and wind shear and whatnot testing, do you still feel there's more to be done then if you're not quite convinced that the straight line sort of parity is even?
Yeah, I guess first of all, I take my hat off to Supercars for spending the money and doing all those things, and this year's been a lot better for sure, and it's due to their hard work. But at the end of the day, you look at the timing report, and that tells you if it's right or not. And obviously it's not.
Cam, weather forecast looking quite a bit different to tomorrow compared to what we've had the last couple of days.
What is it? I haven't looked.
Potentially a bit of wet.
Oh,
out
that'd
there.
be nice.
How do you guys attack and look at that going to tomorrow?
Pack our gumboots, maybe our
wets
umbrella, put wets on, and send it, and we'll be right.
Brock, does that encourage you at all? Potentially some wet weather on the track to get ahead of these guys?
I think there was some potential for today, so we'll wake up and see what it's like. We're in the Gold Coast; it's not supposed to rain here, but we'll see. Yeah. No, we'll absolutely piss down tomorrow. Yeah. I've never drove around this joint in the wet, but I can only imagine how crazy it will be. We've been really strong in the wet this year, so I got no problem with it being wet. But 15-minute qualifying, if it was to be wet, would be pretty exciting.
Something about a pioneer going out there, I would imagine. But I think that's us for today. Thank you guys very much. Congratulations and well done.
Thanks, Mitch.